So options are contracts on stocks. So they're like insurance. So stocks are measured in shares, and then options are measured in contracts. Okay? There's two types of options, two main types of options. There's calls, and all a call is you're betting that the stock price is going to go up. So puts are a bet that the stock price will go down.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. This is part one of the options series. So this is part of the Trading Crash Course series, a free course on my page. It says Trading Crash Course. So let's get right into options, okay? So today I'm going to talk about options and what they are in terms of stocks and trading. So the first time I got started with options, you see a lot of these YouTubers and people trying to explain options, and the way that they explain options is kind of confusing. They keep going into the details of like, hey, an option gives you the right or right to buy or sell a stock at a predetermined future date, and you have an exercise date, and there's derivatives and derived, and it just gets too much, bro. Like we don't need to you don't need to know that. Once you get into options, you can go and dive into the all the different types of options, all this stuff. We just want to understand, bro, what is an option? Okay, how did people make all this money on GameStop? Like everyone's asking that. And a lot of people think that when you're trading options, you're gambling, you're going to Vegas. And that's why there's a lot of attraction to options. And it can be gambling if you're not doing it correctly. So that's exactly why I wanted to explain exactly what they are. So when you go to the doctor's office and let's say you have knee pains, they're going to diagnose it and say, hey, you have Osgood-Schlatter. Okay, you have this knee condition. I'm going to give you some medication to treat it. They're not going to say,
hey, you have Osgood-Schlatter disease, and that's when, the tibial tuberosity has inflammation due to the growth spurt at the age of 12 to 16.
No, they're not going to do that, okay? They're going to just tell you the basics. All you need to know, okay? So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's make this simple. Options, the crash course. So options are contracts on stocks. So they're like insurance. So stocks are measured in shares, and then options are measured in contracts. Okay, they're both phony pieces of paper that people make money on, okay? Options give you leverage. All that means is when you put money in, a little bit of money in, you get a lot of money out. So leverage is when you put a little bit into a system and you get a ton of stuff out of the system. And the reason why people like options is because they're super cheap, okay? Remember, options are just a contract on a stock. They're like insurance on a stock. Also, it can make you a lot of money, and you make money when the stocks are going up, and you can make money when stocks are going down, which is why people like options. Because if you buy stocks, if it starts going down, you're starting to lose money. Okay, let's get into the details, the small details of what option types are there. Okay, there's two types of options, two main types of options. There's calls, and all a call is you're betting that the stock price is going to go up. Okay, so again, that's why people like options, because it's like you're betting almost. So there's a lot of gamblers that get into options, and it's no bueno for them. But again, options are very risky. This is educational purposes only. But options allow you to make money when the stock is going up, and also allow you to make money when the stock is going down. And the way you make money when the stock is going down is you bet that the price will go. I put up, will go down. So puts are a bet that the stock price will go down. Okay. Calls are a bet that the stock price will go up. Now, options do expire. So they have weekly expiration dates. So they expire on Fridays. Okay. The further out you buy a contract, so let's say you have 2 weeks until it expires, it's going to be more expensive because you have more time for the stock to move to the price that you're betting it's going to go to. That's it. Okay? So options have expiration dates, they expire. Most people sell them when the contract is making money. So usually after 1 to 2 days, someone will sell it because it'll be up 50%, 100%, 200%. And they're like, yeah, I made a lot of money. Let me sell it to someone else who wants to bet that the stock's going up. Okay? And if the stock expires, then they go to $0. Okay? If the stock expires, they go to $0. We'll get more into how you can cash out on options and stuff like that later. You don't really need to know that right now when we're getting into the beginning stuff, like we're teaching a middle schooler. Okay? So options are, like I said, extremely risky. So trade them at your own risk. This is educational purposes only. You can only lose what you put in when you buy an option, but the upside is infinity. Okay, so that's why people like to buy option contracts. It's because you can only lose, say you put in $100, you can only lose that $100. It goes to zero if the option expires, or if the stock starts going the other way and you're completely wrong with your bets. So yeah, there's that. And then like I said, it can go to infinity. So if the stock goes in your direction and just keeps going and passes the price you said it would go to and just keeps going, well, these stock prices have intrinsic and extrinsic value, which we'll talk about later. You don't need to know that right now. Which is why the GameStop times, like, people were making millions of dollars because the stock, or the contract has infinite upside a lot of the times. Okay. So that's part one. That is the very basics of options. We'll get into the nitty gritty. We'll get into the Greeks. We'll get into the calculations in a little bit. But for today, I hope you now know that options are just contracts betting that a stock will go up or betting that a stock will go down. That is it. F all the other stuff. Okay? F all the other stuff. We'll learn it later. That's all you need to know. Y'all have a good one. Fit to Flourish podcast. I'm out. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and